We are live at Bellagio inside the O Theater. If you get a chance, you've got to see O, literally the best Cirque show in Vegas. They're all great, but I think this is the best one. And not just because Jessie is one of the high divers. And well, first let me ask, you're the only female who goes from the highest
Yes,
dive.
currently that is correct.
That is correct. So what do you do here? What's your role in the show?
There's many. I am an all-around acrobat, diver, aerialist, you name it, I do it. We've got lots of different acts, and I usually jump off of stuff and flip around a lot.
I jump off of stuff and flip around. Can you describe your business and your career that way? I know you're humble, very humble, and have such humility, which I appreciate. But let's just ask this direct question. This is to help people. What do you think separates you from the average performer? Why do you think you stood out?
Man, that's a good question. I think I had a lot of experience. Over the years, I pretty much took every opportunity I could. If someone offered me a job, whether it was a small gig at a state fair where you literally had to tear down and set up the next day at the next city with minimal costumes, minimal set pieces, or if it was like a big SeaWorld, I didn't say no to any job. Any performing experience I could get, I took it.
For those of you watching, does that sound familiar? Stage time, stage time, stage time. But where did that mindset come from? So that's perfect. And where do you think that came from?
I don't know. I was a pretty driven individual my whole life. My parents, expected a lot of us growing up. Everything from school. If I didn't get good grades, I wasn't allowed to do gymnastics. So that was a good motivator for me. So I think that I've always been, I'm a firstborn, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so everything I do, I really throw my heart and soul into it.
I've noticed that myself. And what do you think, now obviously performing every chance you could, and what I love to hear is that you were willing to do the minimalist jobs.
Yes.
Even if most of the work was actually not the performing part.
Yes.
But you had to do that in order to get the opportunity.
Yes.
So what would you say, other than that, was like the most important discipline that Jessie had to do?
I had to stay on top of practices. I had to put myself out there. People weren't coming to me and offering me jobs at first. I was always trying to improve. I was always trying to make myself better. I was trying to learn the things I didn't know. I knew I had to follow a path to get to where I wanted, and it wasn't easy. You had to be willing to put in the hours, the hard work, whether it was working on a resume or actually going out and physically training for whatever show I wanted to do next. There was a lot of involvement, and I had to give up a lot of things. I had to leave the country a few times. I had to be away from my family and friends.
Not for the witness protection?
No. No, not that time.
Not that. Yeah. Different story. No.
No.
So you were just willing to do whatever it takes.
Absolutely.
And that's what I find is inspiring.